Hello there, Cold Monkeys. Entropy the Compassionate Supervillain here. Jesse has asked me to do the honors of closing out VEDS for this year, and I'm going to do so by answering your questions. Why are you wearing that ridiculous costume? Ridiculous? How do you feel about Matt's evil twin? Friend, foe, or rival? You know, I haven't actually met the guy. He never shows up to the Supervillain Union meetings. How do evil villains prepare for exams? Well, you know how some students will steal the answers to tests? Well, stealing the answers is actually part of the test in Supervillain College. I remember this one time that this guy named Psychosis actually used his psychic powers to rip the answers right out of the teacher's brain. Unfortunately, the teacher became a vegetable after that and we all had to retake the class. What's your theme song? Still working on finding one. Jesse's pretty good at doing mods for Nerf guns. Do you have any experience modifying anything? Some, but I'm more of a start from scratch kind of guy myself. What is your signature pose? I wouldn't presume to express my entire personality in one bodily stance. Do you and E.T. ever make plans for world domination together? As I said, I haven't met him, but something tells me we wouldn't make a very good team. The guy doesn't seem like he's really into the whole partnership thing. Do you plan on taking over Disney World? Are you kidding? Have you been to Florida? It's more humid than an underwater steam room down there. I'm working with sensitive equipment here, people. Moisture is the enemy. Are you friends with the Joker? The Joker doesn't really have friends. He just has people that he tolerates until he gets bored. Should I scream or run from you? I think it'd be easier for all of us if you just sat down calmly and listened. Thinking of reviewing another film? Oh yes. Yes I am. But you'll just have to wait to find out about that one now, won't you? E.T. wanted me to ask Entropy when he's returning that death ray he borrowed. I think the more pertinent question is, why isn't E.T. asking for identification before he hands out death rays? I haven't borrowed anything, which you'd know if you had DNA scanning goggles like mine. What is your general opinion of cloning technology? I'm not big on it. Clones are a little bit too difficult to control without installing personality regulators, and if you're gonna go that far, you might as well just make robots. Have you ever considered a sidekick? I had a sidekick at one point, but he left. Well, not so much left as got himself vaporized. I kept telling him not to play around with the settings on the meme rays prototype, but he just would not listen to me. So I just think I kind of prefer the whole solo act thing now. What is your favorite comfort food and beverage? Stir fry and a nice Perrier. Who are you and what do you stand for? I'm Entropy, and generally I stand for the purposes of walking. Is your hair a bird, and if so, how does this affect my argument? Well, it's not, but if it were, your argument would most certainly be invalid. I know your relationship with Jesse wasn't always the best, what with you kidnapping him and all. What made you reconcile your differences? Well, he's a nice guy, really. Supportive, encouraging, just a really good friend. Plus, there was that whole time I saved him from that assassin, but you're probably not interested in hearing that story. If the world comes to an end in 2012, what will be your role in bringing about the apocalypse? Why would I want that? What's the point in world domination if there's nothing left to rule? What was your favorite gift for Hanukkah, and who gave it to you? Well, one year my nana gave me my very first chemistry set. But unbeknownst to her, it contained actual weapons-grade plutonium, which in my young age I thought was a popsicle. That's how I got my super intelligence. Did you receive any formal education? And if so, where did you attend school? I did receive formal education, but I don't really remember where from. You see, to protect their secrecy, the school officials erase all geographical knowledge of the school's location, as well as its name, from the minds of their graduates. Well, I'd like to thank you all for asking me such good questions. They were a lot of fun to answer. And special thanks to Jesse for letting me close out VEDS this year. He's got some really cool things planned for October, so everyone stay tuned. And until then, Code Monkeys... What's this? Oh dear. Oh, this is not good. I've got to go. It seems that there's a slight interdimensional anomaly. Something is here that is not supposed to be. I'll see you all later.
There's questions in here. I wonder if there are any for me.